Okay.
Welcome to another NEBA Spotlight. Today I'm very happy to present Gail with gJoolz Gifts. Gail, take it away. Tell us about your business.
Hey, thanks, Greg. So this is Gail Zona coming live to you from my studio in Amesbury, Mass. So we'll be walking around the studio. Make sure you've got your screen set on speaker view, and don't be afraid to shout out questions. I'm on my phone today, so I can't see chat, but I'm happy to answer questions. So I always talk about handcrafted gifts, right? Well, what's that even mean? All right, let's take a look at what handcrafted actually means. So here we are looking at some boards that will eventually become beautiful charcuterie boards. They're all glued and clamped. My husband did the woodworking for them. So something like this, yeah, that's really attractive. However, that will end up looking like that. So that's the kind of stuff that we do here. We're going to take a walk back and show you the studio as we go. Here is our glass fusing station. So this is where we create all these beautiful coasters, things like these bowls. All the glass here is hand cut. So it starts off as pieces of glass like this, or even a piece of glass like this silver glass. We hand cut all these pieces with these funky little tools. These are some medallions that I'm making for a wedding venue. Once we cut them, then we bring them over to this kiln, and we'll fuse them so that they end up with sheets of glass like this. And then that same one, that's a coaster that we've done. So that's how it works to do it in the mold. So it gets put in the kiln twice. So coming back further, this is the famous laser engraver that was down for about a month earlier this year. So that's how big it is. It usually has a computer sitting right there. And if we go inside, what we typically have here is this is the surface of the laser. That's the actual laser head itself. The laser is back behind in a big, giant, long tube. That's how long it stretches out. And then we'll laser engrave the board or whatever. So all this stuff, we laser engrave glass, wood, even leather, slate, metal, all sorts of things. So coming back over to here, this is the area where we do the other kind of glassworking that we do. So we can do things like this glass here for the utensils that we have. We have to make these little components back here. That's usually a torch with 2,000 degrees worth of flame coming out. New thing we're doing is stir sticks. I'll show you some of those a little bit later. But lots and lots of colors, lots and lots of colors. And then that's the oxygen tank we use to get the flame heated up to 2,000 degrees. And now we're in the inner sanctum of my husband's woodworking section. Read them and weep, guys. This is every tool known to man back here. He's got them all. And it's a little bit of controlled chaos, but that's where all the woodworking gets done. Coming back out, this is a oiling station. We're working on an order for a mortgage broker who's doing pretty well. And then finally, we do all the packaging. I don't talk much about it, but all the stuff that we do is always packaged really nicely. Pretty little box with all the crinkle in it. So we always do that. But I promised Christmas in July. So here we go, guys. This is a set of the things that we're working on. Yes, it's hot outside, but we are in Christmas mode full swing here. So the coolest thing we're doing, I'm really happy about this one, this cool little Zen garden. So talked about gardening in one of my breakout groups. Here's your Zen garden, a rake. Yes, we have the little rake to rake the sand. We have glass rocks, all these funky little rocks that we can do. And yes, of course, we personalize one because we're all about personalization. So there's a set with kind of blue and green. There's a set that's more organic. And we think this will be the perfect gift for the busy, stressed out executive who just needs to chill. We've talked about it for years. We're finally going to have some pretty fused glass ornaments. This is a traditional Christmas one. This one is a little less traditional, but also very pretty for Christmas. And stuff doesn't start off just perfect. It starts off as tests. So, we tested this a little bit to see how that holly would work. I tested this to see how the hanger thing would work. And that was the second test of the holly. Well, that's a little better because I like the sparkle. This was the first test with the whole thing. Yeah, okay, needs a little work, right? So this one's a little better. Still needs a little work, but you're getting there. And this is what happens. It takes a while. R&D is not a once and done process. And that was the test with the candles. Another test, and finally we got to to that one, which is close. Not quite there yet, but it's close. So those are the two brand new things that we're doing this year. But there are traditional boards that we would do. So traditional boards, glasses, coasters, etc. We're upping them a little bit with accessories. People really like sets, we found. So we have a board that we usually do with our fork or utensil that we usually do, and the bowl like we talked about. But the cool new thing that we're doing is these markers. The cool thing about glass, you can write on this with a Sharpie and just wash it off with soap and water. So they're perfect for that. So here's the little glass marker you can put down. We'll have maybe 3 of those. That starts off as this. We cut all the pieces and fuse it. And then it took me a while to figure out how to make that piece. That was my first attempt. Okay, not so good, right? It took a little while, but I finally got to that kind of angle thing. So we'll have probably 3 of those as a set. We're also including cocktail napkins, matching cocktail napkins, which just kind of rounds it out. And then came up with the idea, here, let's make a really pretty card about how to make a charcuterie board, and then some tips on the back. So each of our boards will now come with a card. So, we have various charcuterie boards. There's a couple that you see here. Cheese set, wine and cheese. So there's the board. We're making the boards a little wider. That's something that we're doing this year, a little more room for engraving. Also the utensil. This is a teal set. So the coasters are teal, again, our usual personalized coaster, and the glasses and the napkins are teal. And then we have the cheeses for white wines or cheeses for red wines. So we have the card in there. This is a wine coaster trivet for a wine bottle. And then we also have some stoppers for red or white and red wine there. So all those things you can add to your wine and cheese set, mix and match, whatever you'd like, but it really makes for a nice complete gift. And then our cocktail set over here. So again, the board, and I talk a lot about this, but I don't always show it. That's what's on the back. This is for a mortgage broker. So always our stuff is on the back. We can engrave it on the back for you, so you're always there. The front is for the client, the back is for you. Our coasters, really pretty coasters. Shot glasses, or I'm sorry, the rocks glasses. Then I found this super cool shot glass that, of course, we engrave, and it matches the rocks glasses. I was so happy to find that. And then here's the other cool thing that we're doing. So stir sticks, complementary colors, of course. And then for the blue, we'd have blue stir sticks, but helps keep the glasses straight, but also a pretty little addition. We'll have a card for this too. We just haven't finished that yet. We'll have a pint glass set, and we'll also have a mocktail set to go with that. So lots of different kinds of sets. And so I'll just kind of pan over this again. This is our new holiday set stuff. We have a catalog coming out right after Labor Day. We'll have all the stuff in there. Can't wait to see how this Zen garden does. That's just so fun. I'm going to be playing with that myself. So that's what we've got. I'll flip it back, if I can, to my picture. So any questions? Happy to answer questions at this point.
Yeah, I have a question.
Go.
How do you control volume? Like let's just say you get 1,000 orders. Are you guys like in position to handle that, or how much help do you have?
It's Bill and me. So as far as controlling orders, what we're doing right now is we're actually making to stock. So the boards and stuff and the coasters, I'm making stuff. Engraving and stuff doesn't take all that long, but making the actual stuff does. So like the ornaments, I'll have a limited set, and once we're out, we're out. I mean, it's going to be that kind of a thing. So okay. Yeah, that's where we are. So get your orders in early is the other part to that question. Huh?
Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. Anybody else have questions?
What's the best way for people to contact you?
I'm sorry, say it again. What's the website?
What's the best way to contact you if they want to make something?
So best way to contact me, you can leave a message in the chat today, obviously. Email, if you look in the chat, I dropped all my contact info in there. But email is probably the best. I'm really, really good about answering emails, not so good about answering phone calls. You can also find me on LinkedIn and message me that way.
And for the record, what's your email? Just say it to everybody.
Yep, Gail, Gail, at gJoolz.com, gJoolz.com.
Well, thank you, Gail. What a unique look into the workshop. This is really, really amazing. We appreciate you being a great member here and such a good professional. So thank you.